Hello everyone, my name is BlueRibbon666, and today we're finally getting around to celebrating the 1-year anniversary of my RF Wally account. Okay, to be fair, I really did intend on making this video last month, when it was actually RF's anniversary, but between work, the Bad Ending series, learning how to make jewelry, and this upcoming election absolutely wrecking my mental and emotional health, I kinda got a little behind. So thank you all for bearing with me. In this video, we're actually going to be celebrating 2 anniversaries. The first will be my 1-year anniversary of my RF Wally account, and the second is the 1-year anniversary of the Bad Ending series. God damn it, we've been doing this shit for over a year, and that series still isn't done yet. Send help! Anyways, for this video, I originally wanted to go over some of my RF Wally account's highlights of last year, maybe go over what it's been like going from just doing simple voice requests to creating an entire series, which, as it stands, is over 10 hours long. I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it's over 12 hours long at this point. Last time I calculated, though, it was 10.5 hours or so. But on my post about this special on my community tab, I realized that just wasn't gonna happen. So you know what? I'm gonna try to do you one better. Comment reactions. The special. Firstly, though, I do have to do this just so that there isn't any confusion for those who are new here. I do not own Welcome Home's Rainbow Factory AU. I did not create the Rainbow Factory AU. Any information that I include in my videos should not be considered canon unless it has been pre-established by Dodozoy as the AU's original creator or has otherwise been confirmed by your internet mom as the AU's current owner. I'm just a fan, and my interpretation of Walden and the other characters is far from what is actually canon. Now that we've got that out of the way, holy fucking shit, we are one of the only RF accounts that were started up last year that is still actively creating content. And personally, I feel like that's something worth celebrating. Especially since TikTok might be getting banned here in the US, and we might not be here to celebrate our 2-year anniversary. It's time to live like we're dying, boys! Because that might actually be the case. And now that we've gotten all the doom and gloom out of the way, I'll be starting with your guys' questions for me first, then I'll be handing it over to RF, Rags, and Hidden Rainbow Wally. Yes, Hidden is my child. He's being included in this too. How do you feel now that it's your first anniversary of your Rainbow Factory Wally account? Honestly, it's kind of bittersweet. Back when I started last year, RF voice accounts were a dime a dozen. They were literally everywhere. But after the special ed situation and Dodo having to get more and more strict with their boundaries, accounts started dropping like flies. And now it's gotten to the point where I'm one of the only 2023 accounts that are left, and one of a very small handful of RF Wally voice accounts in general. But in a way, I'm alright with it, because the fans that chose to stay love the content and know how to have fun in the fandom without being too weird or being inappropriate. Basically, we're locked in this factory together, and we're going to make the most of it. What do you think of your subscribers? What, are you expecting me to trash talk the people that made my platform what it is? My subscribers have always been, and I believe will always be, incredibly good to me. Y'all are the reason I have a platform to begin with. And the toxic people have been very few and far between, and I will always be grateful for that. Which AU is your favorite? I mean, I think we all know the answer to this question. Aside from RF, I think I'd have to say Hunter Wally by Violet. The boy is pretty much my spirit animal. How do you get inspiration for and stay motivated when making content? I feel like the big thing for me is that I love this AU. I didn't get into this fandom simply because it was popular at the time, or because I thought it would make me money. I got into it because it scratched that creative itch that I had in just the right way to where I thought, I might be able to do something with this. Yeah, there was drama. Yeah, there were toxic people. Yeah, there were some really weird and inappropriate AUs that really shouldn't have been made. But admittedly, I have an edge over that in the sense that I've been on the internet creating content for almost a decade. I've seen some shit, alright? I have developed some pretty thick skin. And outside of that, I've just been lucky that the fans of my account have been incredibly kind, understanding, and supportive, and that really does go a long way in terms of keeping me motivated. As far as inspiration goes, I mean, it can come from anywhere. Do you guys want to know what kicked off the Bad Ending series? This. From this alone, I was able to start brainstorming some ideas. Outside of that, comments. A lot of the voice scenarios that I've done came from your guys' comments. You guys pitching me ideas and me deciding that it was something that I could work with. But ideas can literally come from almost anywhere. Art, lore drops, music, other creators. I've even been given ideas in DMs that I've had with friends. And lastly, and probably most importantly, coffee. I have found that I cannot think or organize a scenario in my head without coffee. It's literal brain fuel for me. Literally, one of the slumps that I was in only happened because I ran out of coffee and I didn't have the money to buy more for like 3 days. If you ever knew how to draw, what would be the first thing you would draw 24/7? Okay, rude. I can draw. Where do you think my artwork for Regs and Jeremy came from? I do that. What I can't do is digital art. I've tried, and it's still completely lost on me. If I ever do learn how to do digital art, y'all are going to be in trouble because I feel like that is like one step away from me learning how to animate. And I swear, if I ever learn how to animate, like, good, the first thing I'm going to do is turn the Bad Ending series into an animated series. The thing about that, though, is that I struggle to get the motivation to draw. Ain't no way there's anything I'd be able to draw 24/7, let alone make an animation. Would you mind giving a summary of the Rainbow Factory storyline for those of us who are new? Did you order the trauma with a side of trauma? Because that's what it is. Seriously, Walden Darling is a character who really cannot catch a break. The only W life ever handed to this man is that he was born into a wealthy family. His father is abusive. He lost his left hand to a tree when he was 12, if I remember correctly, and his mother died from an illness when he was 15. He did get married to his childhood friend, which was Julie, but it was an arranged marriage by their families. He adopted a little girl named Ophelia, but she died. In Dodo's lore, it was due to a seizure, but in the new updated lore, it was because she wandered off inside of the factory and got into something she wasn't supposed to. Under Walden's watch, no less. So yeah, all of the Julie slander I have been touting on my account is really uncalled for. Look, there is so much lore to this AU, and so much is still in the process of being completed. It's gonna have to wait and be put into its own video. If you want lore updates as they come out, I highly recommend following your internet mom on Twitter. All I will say, though, is that if you've ever read or listened to the Rainbow Factory creepypasta by Aurora Dawn for the My Little Pony fandom, you've already got the foundation for how this AU came to be. Those are the themes that I follow in my videos, but it's nowhere near what the AU's actual lore is. Now, Hidden Rainbow Wally, on the other hand, yeah, his whole lore is based around that creepypasta, with only a couple of changes made to fit the characters and the world they live in. I want to know if Barnaby, Poppy, and Walden are just furries. No. They're Muppets. What did you think of season 1 of Has Been Hotel? I'm not going to be able to get away from this, am I? For it being only 8 episodes, it was good. It was good for what it managed to achieve in just 8 episodes. Was it worth waiting 4 years for? I mean, in the end, if Viv is achieving what she envisioned for the show, that's all that really matters. In my own amateur opinion, however, I feel like she could have kept it on YouTube and still have gotten just as far, if not further, with it. But hey, what do I know? Alright, enough about me. Let's get on with who you people really came to see. Walden, take it away.
How long have you been working at the factory? And are you happy to be working there? I built the fucking factory. How would you rate your current mood on a scale of 1 to 10? -3. What's your coffee recipe? I want to try it. Okay, so apparently I have to be very specific with this. Because apparently just saying dark roast with a couple of scoops of sugar isn't enough for the Starbucks baristas out there. Dark roast, strongly brewed with 2 teaspoons of white sugar, no cream. Who's your favorite Wally AU to be with? Grayscale. And who's the most annoying Wally AU to be with? Lovesick. What's it like having an assistant worrying about your health? Hold on. Hey neighbor,
Yeah?
do you seriously worry about me and my health?
Of course I do. You don't sleep for shit and you don't know how to cook.
Annoying. Would you rather talk to your mom or Ophelia for 2 hours? Oh, that's a tough one. My mom, I guess, considering she's been gone for the past 20 years or so. But also, you're wrong for making me choose between those two. What is the best parenting advice you can give someone? Alright, now I feel like you're just trying to mock me. I guess just understand that your child is an entirely separate person from you, with their own wants, needs, and aspirations. Don't try to raise them to be a carbon copy of you, because you just might find that you don't like the person that they turn into. Just do your best to teach them the skills they'll need to be a decent person that's capable of navigating through the chaos of life. Have you ever met Dr. Sherman from SCP Foundation Area 42? Yeah, I'm gonna have to plead the fifth there, buddy. I think you know too much already, just going based on that question alone. Do you have a tail or ears, since you're part cat and all? Also, since you can see ghosts, do you see Ophelia a lot? I'm sorry, I'm still hung up on your first question. Of course, I have ears. They're just not cat-like like my mother's were. Also, no, I don't have a tail either. I'd say I got like 90% of my looks from my father's side of the family. As for seeing Ophelia's spirit, the thing of the matter is that she can pass through different dimensions. So sometimes she's here, other times she isn't. Let's just say I'm able to see her, but it's not as often as I would like. Since you're part cat, do you get distracted by laser pointers or have a weird compulsion to sit in boxes? No? I may be part caracal, but I don't act like that much of a cat.
Excuse you, Mr. Murder Mittens, Captain Catnip, Dr. Milk Drunkard, king of knocking shit over and acting like nothing happened. Do let me know if you'd like me to keep going.
Do you think I can beat you in a wrestling match? I'm short, though. I'm 5 foot something. I don't know. Can you compete with mixed martial arts in an 80-mile-per-hour sprint? Would you be willing to eat mangoes with mustard on them? I mean, I guess if I was starving and didn't have any other options, I would. But who's out here putting mustard on mangoes, though?
Alright, I'm doing this for you guys, just so you know. Coming to you from my kitchen. Mango? It's a mango, I mean. It's fine, So I got two different types of mustard. I got my mustard, which is the spicy brown mustard I got here. I like it because it's slightly spicy and it's got a nice texture to it. And I also went to the store and I got French's little bottle of yellow mustard. Don't come after me because I didn't get your favorite brand or whatever. I got French's because it was on sale. That's the only reason. I very rarely use mustard anyways, so I'm doing this for you guys. I'm gonna try it with the French's first, just because, I feel like not as many people go with the ground mustard option. They typically go for typical classic yellow mustard. So we'll see how this goes. But don't tell me I forgot to open it. I forgot to open it. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see how horrible this is. Mango with the yellow mustard on it. Honestly, I can barely taste the mustard. Hold on. I mean, all it does is make the mango just a little bit more tangy. You can't really taste the mustard, though. Like, the taste of the mango is like insanely overpowering. It completely washes out the taste of the mustard. So, I don't know if that's just the case with the yellow mustard. We'll see how it does with the spicy brown mustard. But honestly, it's not horrible. I mean, not my choice in food combinations, but at the same time, it's not horrible. And here it is with the spicy brown mustard. Okay, with the ground mustard, you can definitely taste the mustard a little bit more. It just kind of perfectly blends together a little bit. Again, it gives it that nice tangy taste with just a little bit more of a texture to it. But all around, it's honestly not horrible. I mean, again, I feel this is not something that I see myself just casually enjoying because I feel like I'm having someone's pregnancy craving right now. So, in case you're wondering if mangoes with mustard tastes good, it's not bad. I'll be honest, it's not horrible. Anyways, back to the program.
Would you rather drink snake wine or soy sauce? And what the hell is snake wine? It sounds gross. Drinking soy sauce also sounds gross. Um, I don't know, Raven, what the hell is snake wine?
It's literally wine that's had a whole snake marinating in it for like 3 months.
I'll take the soy sauce.
All right, now we're gonna move on to the children that are actually mine. Rags, you're up first.
Do you enjoy your work at the factory? Uh, it's more about the people that I work with rather than the work itself. And by the people, I mean Walden and the senior staff members. I'll say, outside of paperwork, the job is interesting. Let's go with that. What is your favorite part about being a ragdoll? I mean, I've never not been a ragdoll, so I don't know. I don't get injured nearly as easy as the puppets I work with. What is your sexuality? Oh, I'm pansexual. Most ragdolls are, since we don't really identify as any particular gender. Does it get distracting when you see someone's boundary lines? I mean, it can be when I'm first meeting someone, but most of the time it's kinda like when you see someone wearing something that's really bright or colorful. I definitely notice it, but I'm usually able to look past it. It only gets distracting when a person has a lot of boundary lines or they're a chaotic mess due to trauma. When you see boundary lines, can you tell what exactly the boundary is? Well, it's not always obvious what the boundary is, but I can get a pretty good idea based on where on the body the line appears. So, let's say someone has a line located around their abdomen, for instance. It could mean that the person is insecure about their weight, and so they don't like to be asked if they work out, or if they're on a diet, or if they've gained or lost weight. Or let's say someone has multiple lines that coil up and down certain parts of their bodies. That usually indicates that they don't like to be touched in those areas, if at all. Then there's a matter of lines appearing solid, broken, or blurry, lines passing through certain parts of the body. It could take a lot of time to decipher, especially if there's lots of them. Do you mind all of the fans that you have because of the Bad Ending series? I mean, that's my life. I don't know any other life other than the Bad Ending series. I guess I'm just glad that a lot of people like me as a person and actually care about what happens to me in the story.
So, why am I here again?
Because you're my child. You've earned a place here.
You haven't updated my lore in weeks.
Yeah, well, we'll work on that next.
What's your opinion on Walden? He's alright, I guess. He's free to apply at my Rainbow Factory anytime.
I'll pass. I have my own factory, thank you very much.
What was your family like? Fine, I guess. My dad's a retired police officer and my mom's a therapist. And they're both still alive.
Yeah, rub it in, asshole. Mr. Normal Childhood and Normal Upbringing.
Hey, If you've got a problem with your lore, take it up with your owner.
Yeah, well, my owner's not delusional like Raven is, so...
Read it and weep then, Walden. Read it and weep. Have you ever thought that there will be a ton of people who will be your fans, and they will throw you lots of gifts if they know you love something? I have a ton of fans. I'm gonna have to take a rain check on that. I can't really think of anything that I want right now.
If you're a hidden Rainbow Wally fan, leave a green apple emoji in the comments. Anyways, that'll be all for this video, you guys. Thank you for watching and celebrating our 1-year TikTok anniversary with us. If we're still here to celebrate the 2-year anniversary, I'll let you know. But honestly, it's not looking too good for us right now. So, let me know what you thought about this video in the comment section below. My name is BlueRaven666, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!